counting for all 19 ACs will start at the same time. We have one counting hall assigned for every AC. At 8 o'clock, counting of postal ballots will start. In every room, we have one dedicated table for postal ballot. Apart from that, we have 4 to 7 tables depending upon space in every room. At max, we have 7 tables for EVM counts in a room. Minimum is 4 tables. So depending upon space, we have given this number. EVM count will start at 8:30. You know, counting is taken round-wise. So depending upon the tables which are set up for EVM, there are rounds for each and every constituency. There is maximum of 11 rounds. Roughly one round will take 20 to 30 minutes. This is all the arrangements that we have made at the counting center, which is Polytechnic here at Alteen. On 2 different floors, we have 19 rooms. On first floor, 8 rooms given to 8 different ACs. On second floor, 11 rooms to 11 different ACs. For every AC, one observer has been appointed by Election Commission of India. All these observers have already reported here, and they have taken a review of all the arrangements done in their constituency counting hall. We will have 3-layer security arrangement. The outermost layer will be outside the campus, which will be managed by the district police. Then inside the premise, we have the inner circle, which will be managed by CAPF personnel outside the counting halls, and outside the building, security will be managed by the district police. Training of all the counting staff, which includes counting supervisors and micro observers, has been done. There have been 2 rounds of training. Appointment of these counting staff is being done through a process of randomization. There are 3 steps of randomization. First round of randomization has already been done. Second randomization will be done tomorrow in the presence of observers. Third and final randomization will be done on 10th morning before counting starts, when tables will be assigned to these counting supervisors and counting assistants. Then all the candidates have the right to appoint one counting agent for each and every table. ROs had communicated this to all candidates, and they have appointed their counting agents. These counting agents will carry identity card. So police will check that identity card. Based on that, they will be given access to the building and to the counting hall which is assigned for that particular constituency. 2 things I would like to highlight here. First, all counting agents must have either full vaccination certificate or RT-PCR test of not more than 72 hours duration. This is the guideline from Election Commission of India. We have communicated this to all the candidates and their agents. Second point which I would like to highlight, which is important for all of you also, that mobile phone is not permitted at the counting center. I have issued one order under section 144 of CRPC prohibiting carrying of mobile phones inside the counting center. So this is for your information. To the extent possible, keep these mobile phones in your car or at home. Those who are carrying phone must give this phone to someone to keep. This point is specifically for the media. We will have guided tour of media every hour. So when you are going inside, then you cannot carry mobile. At the place where we are making your seating arrangement, you can keep your mobile on. That is fine. But when we are taking you for guided tour of counting halls, you cannot carry your mobile. And when you are going for the tour of counting hall, you can click pictures from outside. You can make videos also from outside, but you cannot step in the room. And you cannot make attempt to see what is the result. I mean, you cannot see the documents. But you have all the rights to go there, take pictures and make some videos also if you want. So every hour we have one nodal officer who will take all of you together and it will be guided. So not carrying mobile phone is important for media persons. This is for all our staff, all our counting agents, counting agents of political candidates, counting supervisors and assistants, which DEO has appointed. No one can carry mobile. Only two persons are permitted to carry mobile phone: returning officers and observers. Other than returning officers and observers, no one can carry mobile phone. This point is very, very important.
But sir, we are doing the shooting, taking the interviews on mobile only.
That's your problem. Let me be very clear and blunt on this point. If you are using mobile phone for capturing videos and you are making your videos and photos through mobile, when we are taking you for visit of counting hall, you cannot carry mobile. At that time, you carry your camera. Very important point. Good that you asked this question. As everybody can see, I mean, this has been our experience. Mobile is so useful, you carry it everywhere, which is fine. But when we are taking you for a guided tour of counting hall, mobile phone cannot be carried. This is your de facto camera for all other purposes, but not for the visit of counting hall.
Okay.
Right?
The opening of box.
There are 6 rounds
Let
of
him
each
finish.
competition.
Who are the 2 persons who can take mobile inside?
Listen carefully. Observers appointed by Election Commission of India, returning officers again appointed by Election Commission of India, but returning officers are our local officers as well.
Sir, each constituency has 6 rounds. So how
you
do you get
didn't
update?
hear clearly. You
How
didn't
do you
hear
get
clearly.
update?
Let me repeat. Different constituencies will have different rounds. It depends upon number of polling stations and number of counting tables. As I said, maximum round is 11 for one constituency.
So
I don't know which one, but maximum is 11.
So how do you get update, live update of
Okay, good that you asked this question. After every round, returning officer will finalize the result of the round. It will be reported to Election Commission, and then it will be announced verbally by returning officer in the hall and on a PA system by DEO. I mean, I have made that arrangement. The result of every round of every constituency will be announced through a PA system.
So all the element will be supporters window. So when we do the rush,
Okay. This point is very important. Counting center will have a 100-meter radius where no vehicles are permitted. That is point number 1. Point number 2, who can enter that polytechnic premise, that will be checked by police. No one is allowed to bring crowd. No one means no one. If you are candidate, you will come alone or your election agent will be permitted. Okay? That's it. Nobody else.
Only inside, outside is allowed.
Outside is not my concern. I'm talking about counting center.
So when the paper boxes will be open,
8 o'clock.
there will be sealed, no?
Yes.
There is one case in Mausa at 05.
Let me address that.
Yeah.
First you ask your question.
Yeah, it has been opened and the ballot papers have been removed from there.
Okay. As journalist, I would rather society expects you to ask questions responsibly and find out all the details so that you report in such a manner which brings truth before society. The incident is something like this. Till 13th of February, there was one facilitation center in the office of each and every returning officer. After the day of poll, Election Commission says that you remove that facilitation center and whoever has not deposited their ballot through post, at the facilitation center will send it by post. Okay. So on 16th of February, everywhere in all 19 assembly constituencies, all the ballots which we had received at facilitation center were taken to a strong room, which is in the office of returning officer, then and there. Okay. For MAPSA also, this communication was sent to all the candidates. Okay. An entire process was videoed. This is the incident. Okay. Postal ballots were transferred from facilitation center to a strong.
So the box has been opened.
Yes, box is open. It is open because whatever ballot goes, it is sealed. So at facilitation center, box is kept. It's drop box. So until I open it, I don't know that, I cannot access those ballots. So box is open, all these ballots which are in sealed envelope, those envelopes are not open. Box is open to take these envelopes, to keep it in the strong.
But why that box is not brought to strong room?
It has to be turned off to take all these things. You are not getting. It's a box. Have you seen drop box?
Yeah.
Right? It's a box. You have an opening at the top. So unless I open it, I cannot take everything in. It has to be segregated date-wise. That report is prepared. Okay?
All boxes have been sealed open.
Yes. Drop box is open, not the ballot
Ballot
paper.
paper.
Drop box is open. Okay? And then it is kept in the steel trunk inside. Everything is videographed. That is the procedure. The point is people don't know. Even political parties, candidates, all of them don't send their agents. We ask them to send their agents. The way everything is being videographed here. Similarly, whenever we open our strong room, it is videographed. Candidates have right to ask for the footage also, even if they are not sending candidates, even if they are not sending their agents. Even today, they can see what happened on that day. Complete transparent system. Okay? So it's good that you asked. So this is the clarification. Please know the real thing, the truth, and that should come to the before society. Okay? No, there should not be any. What should I say? No stories behind it. This is the truth. This is the story, and I am sharing the truth with you.
So the,
सिटी में इंस्ट्रक्शन कुछ रखा है सर, कुछ सेलिब्रिटीज और ये कुछ रैली
काउंटिंग के दिन का ओके काउंटिंग के दिन के कुछ अरेंजमेंट्स होते हैं. पहला ये रहता है कि इट्स अ ड्राई डे, काउंटिंग गेट्स ओवर मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली. सेकेंडली, जो जब भी कोई प्रोसेशन निकालना चाहता है, दैट इज ऑलवेज मॉनिटर्ड बाय पुलिस. ऑफ कोर्स रिजल्ट्स विल बी अनाउंस्ड, देयर विल बी सेलिब्रेशंस. ठीक है? नहीं, सिंस कोविड हैज subsided, all of you know that every day either 2 patients are being reported sick or 10 patients are reported sick, which is like any other disease right now. So we do not have any strict guideline in restricting the number of people who can join the procession, but yes, COVID virus is there, coronavirus is there. We expect everybody to behave responsibly, but from our side there is no limitation on the number of persons. But yes, procession should be very first civilized, no calling names, celebration is fine, no violence also, no destroying of anything, any public property. Basically it should be civilized way. You have won, you have rights to celebrate, you have right to celebrate, but behave responsibly. This is what I would say.
सर रिएक्टिव कुछ चला रहा है सर इनसाइड बिकॉज़ ऑफ बिफोर काउंटिंग के लिए प्रिपरेशन का शॉट्स लेने प्रिपरेशन.
अच्छा, आप लोग ऐसा चाहते हैं तो आज ही मैं प्लान करूंगा. ठीक है? कल का दिन हमारे लिए सेंसिटिव हो जाएगा, तो बी इन टच विद केदार, हम आपको कम्युनिकेट करते हैं. ठीक है?
बिफोर काउंटिंग का दिन भी 8 बजे का पहले
फाइनल अभी जो है हमारा नहीं, उस दिन हमारे पास बहुत सारा काम रहेगा, तो हम आपको गाइडेड टूर काउंटिंग से पहले नहीं करवा पाएंगे, बिकॉज बहुत ज़्यादा उस टाइम पे काम भी रहता है, प्रेशर भी रहता है. एक बार पहले जरूर कराना है, आज या कल वो मैं देख लेता हूँ. मोस्ट लाइकली हम आज आपको एक टूर करवा देंगे.
काउंटिंग का दिन भी चाहिए था, क्योंकि काउंटिंग का दिन स्टार्ट हो रहे बोलकर ऐसा दिखाने के लिए सिर्फ 5 to 10 मिनट्स इतना ही.
5 to 10 आई नो कि उससे ज़्यादा टाइम आपको नहीं चाहिए, बट लेट मी शेयर. एक मिनट लेट मी शेयर. एज आई सेड 6:30 हम स्ट्रॉन्ग रूम खोल रहे हैं. ठीक है? तो वहाँ पे 195 मेरे लेबरर्स हैं. ठीक है? जिनको हमें एक्सेस देना है. पुलिस उनका आइडेंटिटी वेरीफाई करेगी. तो 5 बजे से ये आना शुरू हो जाएगा. 5 to 6:30 हम उसमें बिजी रहेंगे. 6 to 8 इन दिस बिल्डिंग, जहाँ 2 फ्लोर पे हमारे 19 रूम्स हैं काउंटिंग के, वहाँ पे 573 लोग सिर्फ काउंटिंग के स्टाफ हैं. उनकी हमें आइडेंटिटी वेरीफाई करनी है, उनको उनके टेबल पे बिठाना है. ठीक है? तो व्हेन आई एम हैंडलिंग 800 पीपल इन 3 hours, आई नो मीडिया प्रेजेंस इज रिक्वायर्ड, बट I don't find myself capable of making your visit because it has to be guided on that day in the morning. So it will be either today or tomorrow. कह तो रहा हूँ, मेरी कैपेसिटी नहीं है, मेरी कैपेसिटी नहीं है आपका विजिट कराने का. I have my limitations.
सर काउंटिंग
जब शुरू हो जाएगा तब खाली आपके पास डीआईपी के लोग हैं, उनको बोलो कि 5-5, 6-6 लोगों को एक साथ लेके,
ये तो मैंने
जैसे प्रीवियस टाइम का एक ये बता था।
One moment, please save your time, save your time. That means you have not heard what I said. There will be guided media tour, okay, every hour. 8 बजे भी कराएंगे, 9 बजे भी कराएंगे, 10 बजे भी कराएंगे, 11 बजे भी
सर
कराएंगे.
वीडियो के लिए नहीं है, ये प्रिंट के लिए जाएगा।
हाँ?
But mobile allowed नहीं है ना सर.
कैमरा अलाउड है, मोबाइल अलाउड नहीं है. Listen carefully, कैमरा अलाउड है. वीडियो कैमरा अलाउड है, स्टिल कैमरा अलाउड है, मोबाइल अलाउड नहीं है.
So the updates of the counting will be given regularly. Updates of the counting will be shown live on the this
हाँ हाँ,
screen.
अच्छा अनदर, जहाँ हमने आपके बैठने का अरेंजमेंट किया है वहाँ पे हमने 2 स्क्रीन भी लगाए हैं. एक स्क्रीन पे हर राउंड का रिजल्ट डिस्प्ले होगा और दूसरे स्क्रीन पे आप न्यूज़ देख सकते हैं. ठीक है, वो हमने दोनों अरेंजमेंट किया हुआ है.
वही रिजल्ट हमें व्हाट्सएप पे मिल सकता है क्या? एक ग्रुप
नहीं
बनाइए
नहीं
तो-
नहीं नहीं, अगेन वो हमारा लिमिटेशन है. हम ईसीआई को शेयर कर रहे हैं, ईसीआई में सिलेक्शन कमीशन को हम रिजल्ट दे रहे हैं, उसके बाद वर्बली हम अनाउंस कर रहे हैं और डिस्प्ले करेंगे. ठीक है,
आपकी वेबसाइट पे आएगा अपडेट.
ईसीआई की वेबसाइट पे आएगा.
Sir, if the process goes smoothly and go to city county, how much time you expect to finish this?
You are expected to make that calculation. I have shared all the details.
Sir, how much is the increase in the postal ballot vote share compared to previous election?
Exact number I'll have to see. As you know, this year there are some new things. Most importantly, 80+ of PWD voters को postal ballot facility मिली है. उसमें around exact number again I don't remember, but it's around 10,000, somewhere between 9,000 and 10,000. इतने postal ballots North गोवा में issue हुए थे. I don't know कि कितने.
This will prolong the announcement.
हाँ, of course that depends on the number of postal ballots received. तो उसमें delay हो सकता है.
तो ये साल 2022 के क्या चेंजेस कुछ है सर? सेंटर बनने में तो
किस चीज़ की किस चीज़ में?
लास्ट टाइम से
नहीं, चेंजेस किस चीज़ में?
प्रोसेसिंग
प्रोसेस तो सेम है. प्रोसेस सेम है.
So the 400 policemen supposed to come, the policeman who has gone on duty outside state. So any news about them?
I am not managing that. Right? Thank you. See you on 10th, and I'll make one guided tour for all of you, most likely today only, so that you see all the arrangements. हाँ